Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings. This is Empress Imani, and welcome to this episode of Sacred Love Lessons. Love people, not labels. OVS. If this is your first time here, I'm Empress Imani, inspirational teacher of Sacred Love Lessons. I help women to honor the love within so they too can manifest the life of their dreams. We're in season 4. The Art of Being You, 46 Laws of Spiritual Power. And today we're covering Law 32, Detach from Things. So you guys, I have been traveling, and more recently I traveled through the beautiful countries of Switzerland and Italy. And what I noticed specifically in Milan is that the people there are so beautifully dressed. Of course, we all know that Milan is the fashion capital of the world, and it upholds this reputation for that. I remember going to cafes and just sitting out. I like to sit outside and just people watch, right? And so there was this one lady. She was so beautiful. More than likely, she probably was a model in her younger years. She was an older lady, and she was quite tall. And she came down the street. She had on this beautiful dress and these sandals in her bag with these shades. And this woman was so beautiful, you guys. She put me in the mind of Sophia Loren. And she just came down as if she was on, the catwalk. And there were so many people in Milan, both men and women, who were quite fashionable. I'm not that fashion forward. I'm very simple. I like very simple things. But I admire watching other people who enjoy putting on a show when it comes to their clothes and expressing themselves through their clothes. One day we were out on the train and I saw this woman. She was dressed nice, modestly dressed. And she had this bag, and on the side of the bag it said OVS. Love people, not labels. And I really liked that messaging. It caught my eye. It resonated with me. It made me go look up the company even more to see what they were about, because I'd never heard of them before. Turns out OVS is an Italian brand, and they do a lot of social work, a lot of work in the community. So if you're with OVS, shout out to you. Keep up the good work. I love your messaging. I see your activism, and I love the message, the branding that you put out. It was really nice to see. And so it made me think about how when I say we, I mean humanity as a whole, generally speaking. I know that everyone is not like this, but as a whole, we have become accustomed to things, and we have gotten very attached to things. And in my journey, I'm all about learning about the people. Who are you? And that is one of the questions that we ask ourselves constantly, daily here at Sacred Love Lessons. Who am I? I encourage you, if you have not done that Who Am I exercise, you can find it in Honor the Love Within, Your Pathway to Self-Love and Success. You can find it in that book. I'll leave a link for you below. I focus heavily on who am I? And so when I look at people, although especially in Italy, specifically Milan, we saw a lot of beautiful people dressed to the hill in beautiful clothes and owning beautiful things. Underneath all of that, my question is, who are you? I want to know who you are. And so I really love the messaging of OVS, love people and not labels. So today we're going to focus on detaching from things. The law of detachment states that when you detach from things, that you are able to focus more on what you truly desire to manifest. When you release those things that no longer serve you, you release those things that maybe you bought on impulse, or maybe you was feeling low, it was an emotional purchase or something like that. When you release those things, you can focus more on what you truly desire, and you allow what you really want to come into your life. So how do you detach from things? The first thing you want to do is ponder your thoughts toward things. Ponder your thoughts toward things. What are you thinking about? When you see an object, what do you think about the object? How are you feeling in that moment? What are your thoughts toward the object? Does the object remind you of something or someone? Does it remind you of an event, an experience? What are you thinking? So you want to take time to ponder your thoughts. Number 2, point to your feelings. You can tell a lot about your level of attachment by how you feel towards something. What is your perception of the object? What meaning have you assigned to or projected onto the object? So point to your feelings to see, how do you feel about a certain object? Number 3, practice with your words to detach. Well-chosen words are powerful and can help you to mentally and emotionally detach from things. Affirmation: I am detached from all material things. I am detached from all material things. Number 4, purge and declutter from unnecessary things. This one was not really big for me because I was already used to just purging periodically. But in 2021, that's when I just really made the big purge. I donated, I gave away, and I sold all of my things for the most part. My car, my clothes, I got rid of my home, like just everything. And now I'm down to one backpack and one carry-on suitcase, and I'm looking to reduce even more from that. Do you have a garage that's just full of things? Have you collected a lot of dolls and china and clothes, shoes, purses? Do you have things all in your garage? I remember, this was a while back, one of my neighbors, he had a garage that he could not close. It was overflowing with things, and that was a lot. How much of that are you actually using? Do you really need all of that? What do the things represent to you? Are you holding on to things because of memories, sentimental value, things of that nature? I would highly recommend that you purge and declutter unnecessary things. I'll leave you with this final thought. Detachment is not that you should own nothing, but that nothing should own you. You can be peace in the process. You are not defined by outside things, but by the view you hold of them. Values, memories, and sentiments are not in your things. Your values, memories, and sentiments are inside of you. The power is yours. That's what I have for you today. Law 32 of 46 Laws of Spiritual Power. Detach from things. If you're already detaching from things, let us know which stage you're in. We would love to hear from you. If you're listening on YouTube or wherever you're tuning in the world, don't forget to click the like, comment, and subscribe. And until we speak again, be the light.